Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabi, I use they them pronouns, and today we're going to be reacting to Phoebe Bridgers live on the Jimmy Fallon show because we love Phoebe Bridgers here and it's Pride Month, so it would be kind of homophobic not to. Before we get into it, I do just want to say if you are enjoying these videos and you'd like to see more, or you have any questions about music or songwriting, I would absolutely love to help you out. I'm a songwriter and I'm hoping to release my own music soon. I love that she's got like a rugby shirt, like, or not rugby, American football. We'll dive into the lyrics after, but for now I just want to say, like, her voice is so beautiful and breathy, but like in a very controlled way. Like, I can't control the breath of my voice. I'm very bad. It's something I'm actively working on. Hers is like something that she uses specifically, and it adds to the emotion. Oh, you can see she's really feeling it. She's like about to cry, actually. Oh no, I'm gonna cry too. Phoebe, baby, don't cry. It's okay, I'll pull you out. I'll save you. Oh, so far I'm loving the lyrics. I can't wait to dive into them. Oh my god, that lyric there, like, you came into my life, gave me something to lose, that actually hits so hard. And even like the whole kind of watching everything from the sidelines, I don't know if this is what she intended, but I very much interpreted that as kind of like a dissociated, like, or like you're just kind of stuck in a rut and everything's flying by and you're just not there. Also, the use of sidelines and the styling with the football shirts is very fitting. I like that a lot. I think that was very intelligent. You can see she's literally putting her all into it. One thing I love about Phoebe is that with her lyrics, she's so hyper specific to herself with her lyrics, but at the same time, not only are you like seeing a part of her story and a part of her spirit and her thoughts in her lyricism, but there is also enough there for you to, if not empathize, at least sympathize. And I think a lot of the time it's less about the scene she's painting, and she does a great job of painting these really beautiful, interesting scenes and kind of like thoughts and metaphors. But it's the feelings that she's describing with what she's going through, I think, that you resonate with as a listener, rather than like listening to a song that's like, I'm so sad, we're so sad, and you being like, yeah, I am so sad. Like Killing in the Name of, which is like, you want to do what they told you. I love that. Such a banger, though. I love that song. Oh God, me drunk at 3 a.m. and that song comes on, I'm like hopping off the walls. I love it. Anyway, she really, it's like she's sitting down next to you, telling you about something that she's gone through, so that you know that you're not alone. And I think that's something that is so rare in music, and it's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the song now. It's a really beautiful thing. What a gift. I am. I'm terrified of getting older. I feel like I look 35. Yeah. I actually find that a really, really interesting couple of sentences because now, if you don't know, which I assume you do, Phoebe is a fan of all of the genders. Phoebe is a bisexual, right? And so am I. And just those two sentences of like, I used to fetishize myself. I don't know if this is what she intended. Again, this is my interpretation of the lyrics. Growing up, especially like when, you're presumed hetero unless you say otherwise, or you are blatantly a stereotypical gay. Growing up, I definitely, especially like, presumed I was hetero until kind of a girl flirted with me one time and I was like, "Ooh, I like this." Um and I think that I definitely used to try and appeal to the kind of male gaze for male attention, because you're kind of brought up having that expectation made of you. And I've even spoken to like a few friends that are like are genuinely like only interested in women, that have no interest in men. But even when they were younger, because of the way that they were like socialized and kind of taught growing up, you know, when they were like raised as a girl, they definitely appeal to the male gaze out of this kind of social expectation. I think a lot of the time you do it without even thinking about it. It's in lots of little things. So that's what I interpret it from. You know, I used to fetishize myself, and now I'm talking to my house plants. And I do think there has been a cultural shift starting lately, brewing slowly, because it takes a lot of time to undo, you know, thousands of years of misogyny. But I think there is this nice kind of level now of like people realizing that they can actually just exist and not appear a certain way to anyone else. I definitely experienced that a lot when I gained weight. Is that people do look at you and treat you different. And now that I'm not the desired shape and weight for a man to want to lust after me, it's just interesting. I don't know. I thought that was a really nice phrase. And again, the beauty of Phoebe's writing is that you can interpret it however way suits you and however way feels the most in depth to you, while also just taking it at face value and just letting yourself be immersed and just basically sit with her and her emotions. So I already dove into the lyrics. I'll dive into them more after. I really, really love when she does live stuff, because it's always such nice kind of acousticy stuff. I love that even with all the strings, what she's doing to like build dynamics is having like all the little arpeggios, and then just having long consistent strokes as the kind of big thing. The volume isn't actually getting bigger, but because you're changing the rhythm, it feels bigger, because you're amping up all of this tension and then you're releasing it with the nice big long kind of strokes. That weird phrasing, but you know what I mean. Oh, I can't wait to dive into these lyrics. Oh my god. I love that she's just like leaning on this person for support. Also, I heard she might potentially be engaged, and if you don't know, she is dating an Irishman, a Ga man, G-A. It's like Gaelic football. It's our version of football. So here we have the lyrics. So let's dig into them. This is my favorite part. I like to listen to the song because obviously you can't just look at the lyrics and nothing else, because that would be a poem. So now that I have the context of the actual song, we can analyze it. You learn so much about her just from like the first two lines. I'm not afraid of anything at all. Like, she's not dying in a fire, not being broke again. I'm not afraid of living on a fault line because nothing ever shakes me. Look, if you're living anywhere with earthquakes, you know what a fault line is. But for anyone who's not geographically inclined, like myself, I had to look it up. And a fault line is the line in between the tectonic plates where earthquakes do be doing a shake. Sometimes that was geography with Gabi. You're welcome. Because nothing ever shakes me, nothing makes me cry, not a plane going down in the ocean, I'm drowning. Oh, I like that she went from down to drown and added the ing, and like it just adds a little bit of an extra flow, especially going into the chorus. So what I'm getting from this isn't necessarily that she's stable, it's actually that she's numb. Because she's not crying, she's not afraid of anything. Things that should scare her, she just doesn't feel anything right now. Watch the world from the sidelines, had nothing to prove till you came into my life, gave me something to lose. Now I know what it feels like to want to go outside like the shape of my outline. I think that's so beautiful. You know, she was just kind of existing for a while there, and now she has something. And a lot of times in singing, people will use, you know, you came into my life, or like you did this and you did this, and people always forget that the you doesn't necessarily have to be a person. I mean, my assumption in this case is that it's her partner, her romantic partner. That is usually the assumption for these kind of songs, but I think it's also fun to think that like it's not necessarily that, to want to go outside like the shape of my outline. What I get from this is when you're looking outside on like a dark day, which I assume this was during a dark time for her, and the light from inside is shining your shadow outside the window on the floor, and so like the shape of her outline is outside, but she's like here. It could also be, you know, a metaphor for dissociation, like her outline like is just there. There's just, the mind is just totally detached. I'm not afraid of going back to school. I gave it up the first time, but I'll try again. I'm not afraid of getting older. Used to fetishize myself. That's gorgeous. I think that basically just says it all. Again, you're learning so much about her. So we have that chorus again. And I used to think you could hear the ocean in a seashell. What a childish thing. That makes me want to cry. Like, every time I hear a Phoebe Bridgers song, I just really want to give her a hug. It takes such a true, and I don't want to say, I know a lot of people say a gift, and it almost like invalidates all of the hard work that they put into their craft. Some people do have something special, and they have such like, whether that's like a unique perspective or a unique voice or just a unique way of phrasing things that can just bring to life a type of song that might seem overdone. At no point does she say, I feel numb, but at the same time, she's telling you everything she can't feel. You know, she's telling you that she's just kind of existing and that she's talking to her houseplant. I just want to give her a hug. Phoebe. Everything just feels so intense. There's so many feelings I feel after a Phoebe Bridgers song. I feel like uplifted. I feel sad. I don't feel alone, but I also do feel alone. I feel empathetic and sad for her, but I also feel like sad and reflective within myself. But I also feel like there's this general bit of hope. But please, let me know what you thought of the video. Hi, Zoe. Hi, I love you too, you little shit. I really hope you enjoy the video, and please do give a like and comment down below your favourite artist and who you're vibing with at the moment, and I might just do a reaction video to them. And if you have any specific songs you would like me to react to as well, that would be really cool. Do consider subscribing if you had a good time. All the likes, all the comments, the subscriptions, they all help me so much. I really would love for this to be my career. And you're the only ones who can make that happen, so it's up to you. And if you don't, that's also totally fine. Thank you for watching, and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.